Okay, I'm going to show you my own team operating system that I've built on Notion. It comes from different sources. I went through different templates, download them, and always ended up like overwhelmed because I think there was too many things. And one thing that is sure about a Notion template is that you can use it if you understand how it was built. So this is why I wanted absolutely to build my own one. And I took some pieces of all of them. I will try to walk you through it and to explain piece by piece without making it too confusing. And you will see that it's actually really simple. I made it as simple as I could. So here is the team operating system. As you can see here, there is a dashboard that we will see just right after. Then it's separated in two different parts. Here is the tasks management. And here is everything that is related to the tasks or the different areas of your business or your activity, doesn't matter. All of them are simply databases with one particularity, I don't know if I can say that, is that they are all related to each other. So for that, I use the function relation, and they are all pretty much all of them related to all the others. That is the basis of the system. When that is done, you don't touch it anymore, and you only work on the dashboard. Because before becoming a team management operating system, it's a project operating system, and you add the layer of the team later on. So first we only talk about the project. Let's put my face like that. So here's the dashboard. As you can see here, you find the same exact thing and what we have seen before. They are all within the dashboard. The difference is that they are all seen within this little toggle, and this is a view of a database, right? Now let's go to Figma quickly. So just to show you, I put all the pieces here in a blank Figma file. Then I can move around and explain you what every of them is doing. Areas, you can call it the way you want. It's the very high level piece of your business or activity. This is where you split things, you segment things depending of your needs. For example, let's say you are a big brand or you manage several brands, then maybe you will have different e-commerce stores. So every area could be an e-commerce store. Or it's possible that you want to split between different activities, like you are a coach or a consultant, then maybe you want to have an area that is about writing, an area that is about improving your offer, and so on. But that is the very high level. It's not result oriented. It's just for you to know what are the pieces of your business. And in every area, you will have what they call rocks. So that is coming from the EOS system, this way to call it, but it's basically a milestone or milestone or OKR. It's something that is achievable. Okay, it's just a goal that is smart. I don't remember exactly what does mean smart, but it's measurable. That's the most important thing. Is something that you can achieve it, and you will have several rocks, and all of them. Maybe you will have that. Sorry. You will have maybe two areas, and we are working this quarter. You have 3 rocks per area, 3 major objectives, goals per area. Then you have tasks. Tasks are all the little things you need to achieve in order to achieve your milestone, right? So the tasks, you will have a lot more of them, of course. So let's say, to make it easier, we are like that. And you basically have two here, two here. Okay, I should have not done that, sorry. I will draw some arrows here. Let's say you have that one. I will only draw it for this one and not for the other one because it's the same. Let's say this one is here, this one is here, 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 and here. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. So the tasks are related to the rocks that are related to the area. And that's all for the tasks management system. This one should disappear. Right? That is all you need in order to create some segmentation and to get some goals done. But along the way, of course, you have other things that come another layer. And I've segmented this layer in 4 different parts. The first one is issues. And before, those parts are related to all these 3 layers, which means issues, you can have an issue that is specifically related to one task or this task. Or maybe the issue is on the rocks level, like it's a major issue and it's related to you cannot achieve this milestone because you have this issue. Or it's another level, you really have a big problem, it's in this area. You cannot attribute it to any specific rock. Calls, those are basically meetings, and that will be important. I will show you that later on, in order to prepare the calls, because you can attribute to a call, you can attribute an issue, an idea, a document, tasks, which means when you start the call, you already have all the information you wanted to talk about before having the call. That is the most powerful thing, I think. Well, ideas, basically you can have an idea regarding a task, regarding a rock, regarding an issue. You know, it's something you want to talk about. Next call, you want to talk about that. And document could be, I don't know, you have seen a YouTube video that is interesting, that you want to talk about, or that you want people to look at, that is related to any area, rocks, tasks, or issues. Then you put it in the document part and you attribute it to the right layer. I hope it's not too confusing at this point. When you work with it, it's really simple. So let's start by adding some areas. Let's say you want to have an analytic part of your business. You want to set up, it's the analytic part. Then let's say you have a paid acquisition part, and we just keep 2 areas. You can attribute a specific icon depending on what you want. It doesn't matter at this point. The different icons will matter later on the rocks. Okay, you have your 2 areas. Fine. Now let's attribute some rocks. So I've started here with milestone 1, milestone 2. And here, I just realized that it is not seen here. You can say that milestone 1 is analytic. I will just go back here, and just to make it even, I will add that. Yeah, it's a little bit of casino, paid acquisition nowadays. So here, the milestone 1 is attributed to the area analytics, and the milestone 2 is attributed to paid acquisition. Then now, if I go to tasks, on purpose, I've created a bunch of tasks. I can say that this, sorry. So these tasks are all attributed to the milestone 1. If I want to create more, then I will create tasks 2.1, and I will say here that the milestone I want to attribute is milestone 2. And here's why icon is important. It's to keep it visual. Then that is the part I like to have, is that I give my tasks always the same icon as the milestone, the rock. So here I just do that, and I think it's DNA. Yep. And so I will have several tasks here that are all connected to this milestone. So what I do have here now is that I have a global area. Every area contains one rock, and every rock contains different tasks. And so I can, from the task, I can say if it's urgent, if we are working on it, if it's to do next, or if we are waiting for something, or if we cannot start it now yet, or if it's done. I can do the exact same thing for every rock. And I can, of course, attribute it to the person that is responsible for. In certain organization, you will have a person that is responsible for one rock, and maybe some person won't be responsible for rock, only for certain tasks. But this is here that you can distribute the work on your team, right? Now, that's just a little trick. It's not mandatory, but it's pretty cool when you work with that. You have a filter that says it needs not to be done and not to be checked, which means if I go here and I say, okay, this one is checked. Here, the milestone progressed, and this one is checked, and this one is checked. This is a simple formula. It's integrated in the template. Don't bother with that. It's just cool to have an overview when you look at all your milestones to know where you are at. Knowing that every time you add a new task, then the percentage will go down, and when you finish another one, it will go up. Okay, so we basically covered the task management system. Now we have those 4 parts that are all related to each layer of task management, and they work exactly the same. The only difference is the purpose they have. So let's say I have an issue now, and I just come here, I create a new one, and I say that that X does not work. Okay, and that is related to these tasks. And because I want to talk about it next time, then I want to attribute it to a call. And it could be a call that still that doesn't exist yet. So here I don't have any call, so I would say next team meeting. And I create this call. Perfect. It's created already. And no, it's not attributed to an idea or nor to an area. Okay, that now I have one issue for one task. The call, here we have the call that was created. This one is not supposed to be there. The call that was created, we can give him a little icon, and we can start preparing the next call, knowing that we have here the issue that we want to talk about in this next call. And we will also have maybe a task, or we want to talk about a certain work, you know, and everything for the next team meeting will appear here under every layer. Same thing for ideas. You can create a new idea and say that it's a new idea to improve this work which was milestone 2. Okay, that's this one. And document, as I said, is only things that are external to the system that you want people to know and you want to tell people for what it is useful. So you just create a new document, name it, and you attribute it to the related layer, and then you can tag the person that is supposed to check it, right? So we have just here everything we need to manage the project and not the team yet. Why? Because that is for you, maybe as a business owner or as a solopreneur, for example. But what if you want to distribute this work within a team? It could be freelancer, employee, it doesn't matter. Then it's actually pretty easy, is that you take the dashboard and you click Alt, and it will simply duplicate. And now you can go ahead and say this is the dashboard for John. Change maybe, yeah, that's the John icon. And John is not managing the area. And here you will create a filter that says make the milestones, the rocks, only appear when it's attributed to John. Same thing here, attributed to John only. And John will have access to all of that, but only what is relevant to him, right? He could see all the issues if you want, or only the issues that he is related to. That you can manage it with the different filters. And if you have other people in your team, then you can create every the amount of dashboards that you want for every person, and every person can personalize it for their specific needs. Okay, I hope it was not too confusing. I hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comments. You will find a link to download this specific template, and let me know if you have any question. I would be happy to help you with that. Have a good day. Bye.